Shalom Israel, this is Yahcob again coming with a KOZ quick cut. Won't be in depth. You want in depth, please contact me through comments or you can attend our schools. Just contact for more information about that to learn how to be a part of the schools. To begin, I want to say all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, our Father and His beautiful Son, who is coming here to destroy this place, which is Babylon, spiritual Babylon. Is doomsday for it. This is the end days, and we have to understand how to worship the Most High properly. And so, the last time we did a lesson, it was about the 6 things that God hates. So now, what we're going to do today, we're going to deal with the Most High's favorite things. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to all the brothers and sisters out there doing the work diligently. Give a shout out to the KOZ camp and all other camps out there, brothers out there doing the work diligently. The women out there holding up their men, taking care of their families, and pushing each other to push this gospel out, because we are on limited time, y'all. Limited time. This world is on its way out, and we got to understand the things. We got to understand our Father, understand the things that He hates. And now today we're going to deal with the things that our Father, His favorite things. Everybody, Oprah had her favorite things, definitely. So we're going to show you that our Father in heaven has His favorite things too. So you need to know what they are. You need to know these things, Israel. So all right, so with that, we're going to start in the book of 2nd Ezra, which is part of the Apocrypha, which was taken out of the Bible. If you don't understand what that is, contact me to find out about the Apocrypha, the hidden books that they hid from you. These books they hid from you. So, and we're not going to stay in the Apocrypha. So for some of you people who don't believe that these are your books, we're going to go throughout the whole Bible to show you scripture today, as we always do. So we're going to start with 2nd Ezra, and we're going to begin in chapter 5, and we're going to start at verse 20. All right. And so let's see. And again, this is the Most High's favorite things. That's a beautiful, beautiful concept, that He was able, that He's even given us this to show you that we are of Him. All right. So 2nd Ezra 5, verse 20. And so I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel the angel commanded me. This is Ezra. So I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel the angel commanded me. And after 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous, Slakia, unto me again. 21. And after 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me again. Verse 22. And my soul recovered the spirit of understanding. So now he's saying that he's dealing with Uriel the angel. Now he's getting the understanding of things. And my soul recovered the spirit of understanding. And I began to talk with the Most High again. So Ezra is speaking with the Most High, and he's getting understanding now. Verse 23. And said, O Lord, that bearest rule. My light blinking, so bear with me. My light's blinking. And said, O Lord, this is verse 23. And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine. So the Most High's favorite tree is actually a vine. That vine that goes around trees grows up. It grows on people's houses. It grows on the ground. The vine is the Most High's favorite tree. Let's read that again. And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee only one vine. Verse 24. And of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit. Pit is a word for landmass, And of all the lands of the whole world, this is verse 24, 2nd Ezra 5:24. And of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit. One pit. Now so that pit, that one landmass is actually Jerusalem, which is where we come from. That's our actual motherland. That is the motherland. So let's prove that. Let's prove that real quick. In Galatians chapter 4. And so remember, anytime someone is teaching you the Bible, or thus said the Lord, or teaching you about God, if they can't show you in the scriptures, walk away. Just simply walk away. All right. Let's see. All right. So Galatians 4:26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. So Jerusalem actually is the motherland, not Africa. They lied to you. It isn't Africa. It's Jerusalem. All right. So we're going to move on. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra. We're going to go. Right. So Jerusalem is the motherland, not Africa. They lied. All right. So we are. Let's see. All right. Still in verse 24. Just to cover that again. Verse 24. 2nd Ezra 5:24. And of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, which we've proven that Jerusalem is the motherland, and of all the flowers thereof one lily. So the Lord's favorite flower is actually a lily. That's the Lord's, thy God, favorite flower, which is the lily. So we're learning what the Most High loves and hates and all these things. He has things that he pick over other things. All right. So let's continue. Verse 25. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river. One river. And that river is Euphrates River, which is dried up, which is prophesied 3,000 years ago. And if you Google, now listen, Euphrates River was the biggest, strongest, the greatest river in the Bible that explains. It's called the Great River. And it was prophesied 3,000 years ago by Moses, saying that when that river dries up, that's going to be a sign of the end days. Google the Euphrates River and you see if it's dried up now. Now remember, this is prophesied 3 years ago. You Google the Euphrates River and see if it's dried up right now. Check that. Still in verse 25. And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself. And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself. Zion is the government of Israel, is the city of Israel. All right. Israel, Zion, Jacob's name was turned to Israel. These are all letting you know that it's one entity. Israel was a people before it was a city, actually. So we're the people of Israel. So Zion is the city that he has hallowed unto himself. All right, let's keep going. And this is a quick cut. All right, so we're going to go to the next verse, which is 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. So the Most High God, his favorite fowl, a favorite bird in the world is a dove. Let's read that again. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. That's his favorite bird in the sky. And of all the cattle that are made, this is 2nd Ezra 5:26 still, and of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. So the sheep is his favorite cattle. These are his favorite things, Israel. His favorite cattle or animal is a sheep. That's his favorite animal. Verse 27. And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. One people. And unto this people whom thou lovest. Now remember, check this out. He's saying that he's picked one. There's a favorite group of people, a favorite nationality, or a favorite nation of people. A favorite people, generation, nationality, nation, they all mean the same thing in the Holy Bible. You can check that out yourself. But verse 27, 2nd Ezra 5:27. And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. So the Most High God says, so whoever these people are, he gave them a law. Let's read that again. And among all the peoples on the earth, thou hast gotten thee one people, one nation, one nationality. And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. Let me read verse 28. And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people, group of people, one nation, one nationality, why hast thou given this one people over unto many? So why did you give that one people into the hands or the rulership of to make property to the other people? Why did you make them slaves under everybody else? And read that again. And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many? Why did you give them to those many people? And upon the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many? So why did you scatter all these people into slavery over all the other people? Why did you put them in slavery? This is what Ezra is asking. So let's prove that these people we're talking about is actually Israel. So let's go to Leviticus 26 and 47. Let's go there. Let's prove that this one people he's chosen is Israel. Because remember, whoever these people are, he gave them the law and he put them into slavery, scattered them under the other people, rulership of the other people. So they were put into slavery and they were scattered everywhere. Leviticus 26 and 46. Let's read that. All right. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord hath made between him and the children of Israel. He's made these laws and covenant between the children of him and Israel. All right. In Mount Zion by the hand of Moses. So Moses was an Israelite. He gave these laws and statutes and commandments to the Israelites, who God is saying that's who he gave. He gave the laws to his people. Whoever these people are, who is his people, he gave them the law. And we see that they are the Israelites. This is Leviticus 26 and 46 again. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. Let's get another precept. Deuteronomy 4:44. Deuteronomy 4 and 44. And this is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel. Not everybody. Not everybody. The children of Israel. Let's get more proof. Let's go to Psalms 147. This is proving that the Most High God, his people are the Israelites. So it's important to know. It is important to know who the Israelites are. You got to know. Why would you not want to know who God's people are? Psalms 147 verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Jacob's name was changed after he was born with his twin brother Esau. Jacob's name is changed to Israel. He showeth his word unto Jacob, which is Israelites, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. More proof. Let's go to Romans 9 and 4. A classic, very serious classic here. Romans 9 and 4. Who are the Israelites? To whom this? They're going to tell you who the Israelites are. Who are the Israelites? Let's see let's see what's different about the Israelites and everybody else on the earth. Who are the Israelites? Romans 9 and 4. And let's go to verse 3 first. This is Paul. For I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brother. So Paul is saying, I wish I could suffer the way the Most High Son did, the way the Messiah did, Yahweh, who you ignorantly call Jesus. For I wished myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen. His kinsmen mean they're related according to the flesh. You got to be born this way. You cannot just say, okay, I'm an Israelite because I believe in God. According to the flesh, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Let's find out what the Israelites have that everybody else on earth don't have. Who are Israelites? Romans 9 and 4. To whom pertaineth the adoption? The Israelites, they have the adoption, meaning that they can come back at some point. They can they can return to their father at some point. And the glory, whoever they are, they're going to have the glory when the Messiah comes back. And the covenants, which means all the agreements that God have with anyone. A covenant is an agreement, it's a contract. They only have that with God. No one else have that with God. And the giving of the law. Whoever the Israelites are, they were given the law. and service of God. No man has the right to teach anything about God unless they are bloodline Israel. And the promises, all the promises of the kingdom belongs to Israel. Fact. Let's get more proof. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4:1. Now therefore hearken, or listen, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your forefathers giveth you. So the land in Israel, they don't belong there. They stole that from us. We're going to get that back. But if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you ain't getting nothing but death. Psalms 81:4. For this was a statute for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob, not the God of everybody. Deuteronomy 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab. Moab is not today, they're called Chinese people. Let's go to 1 Kings 8 and 9. All right. 1 Kings 8 and 9. It reads, there was nothing in the ark save the two tables of stone, which Moses put there at Oreb, when the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel when they came out of the land of Egypt. Let's go to 2 Chronicles, verse 6. We're going to start at 10. We're going to do 10 and 11. The Lord therefore, this is 2 Chronicles 6, 10 and 11. The Lord therefore hath performed this word that he hath spoken, for I am risen up in the room of David my father, and am set on the throne of Israel, as the Lord promised, and have built the house for the name of the Lord God of Israel. Verse 11. And in it have I put the ark, wherein is the covenant of the Lord that he made with the children of Israel. The covenant of God, the promise of God, that has nothing to do with anyone but Israel. That is from Genesis to Revelation. They don't want you to know this because they know they're not Israel, but they know you are. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, wake the F up. You are Israel. Now let's see what happened to the children of Israel. Let's prove that you are Israel and they are not. Let's prove that. So Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass that if thou wilt not hearken or listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake you. Let's see some of the curses. Curses that curse shall thou be. This is Deuteronomy 28:16. Curse shall thou be in the city. Who lives in the inner city ghettos? Blacks and Hispanics. And cursed shall thou be in the field. Who worked those fields, those cotton fields and those sugarcane fields? Blacks and Hispanics. The Native American Indians were just wiped out. They were just destroyed. Do you understand this, Israel? Even today in the work field, who have been keeping McDonald's filthy rich? Who's been working at McDonald's and Burger King, flipping those burgers? Who have been doing that? Everywhere you go, from the East Coast to the West Coast, ain't nothing but niggas and spicks working in those places. That's cursed in the field. Can everybody say that? Can every other nation say that? How many times have you seen a McDonald's and nothing but Chinese people working in there? How many? Think about it, Israel. Think. Let's get another clue that the Lord's giving you that you're Israel. Let's get another clue. We'll do Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt beget sons, meaning you have sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. What people do you know that had babies and another nation took those babies? Think. Another curse that tells you that you're Israelite. Deuteronomy 28:32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Israel are the only people that have the last name of their slave masters. No Chinese people, no Japanese people, no Edomites, which are Caucasian people, no African people. We're not African, by the way. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. When they took our kids, we had no political might, we had no military might to fight them from taking our children away from us. That is a curse to show you who you are. Wake up, Israel. Wake up. These are curses. Let me give one more curse to show you that we're Israelites. That only happened to us. This is Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now, Egypt is synonymous with bondage or captivity. That's what Egypt means. Let's prove that. We're going to go to Exodus chapter 20. Let's find out what Egypt means, because we know Moses never turned around and took us back into the land of Egypt again. We know that. So the Bible can't lie. The Most High can't lie. So we're going to go to Exodus 20 and verse 2 to show you that Egypt means slavery or bondage. Exodus 20 verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, comma, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with the house of bondage. That's what Egypt means. It means slavery or bondage. So let's read this again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. That's what's going to happen to them, Moses said, if they don't keep the commandments, which you know we didn't. So, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, back into slavery again. But this time, let's see how they're going to, because remember, they walked out of Egypt. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. How many nations of people can say, we're not talking about one person, 10,000 people, 50 people. We're talking about a whole nation of people that went into slavery on cargo slave ships. Wake up. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This is Deuteronomy 28:68. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. The way that we're going to go into slavery, we're not going to see that no more. Not, this is the last time you're going into slavery. Also, you're not going to see your homeland ever again. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold. Now, everybody listening to this know that we were sold to Caucasians. They know the Africans sold us to the Caucasians. We know this, whether they were in Europe or in America. Babylon. We know who we were sold to. Don't be stupid. You know who you were sold. You know you were sold to white men. And there shall, and I speak unto you, thou shalt see it no more, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. God just said, when you get off those slave ships, you're going to be sold to your enemies. Who that sound like? What nation? Remember, God doesn't deal with individuals unless he deal with individual judgment, but he also deals with nations. There were 18 nations under Abraham, and he dealt with them a certain way. Do you understand this, Israel? And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondman, slave man, and bondwoman, slave woman, and no man shall buy you or redeem you. Remember, we were bought by the blood of Yahweh to save us, and no man shall buy you or redeem you out of this mess, because you are cursed. And the only way to get out of this curse, Israel, is to keep his laws, statutes, and commandment again, to go back to him. Do you understand? I know this is going a different route, but you got to understand who you are. You are the Israelites, and these are the Most High, our Most High Father in heaven, Yahweh. These are his favorite things that we went over. Do you understand that? So these are his favorite things, and I'm talking to you. If you fit these curses, your people fit these curses, then this is your God, and he's telling you his favorite things. Wake up. You have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Continue to do that, brothers and sisters. Continue to do that. All right. This is another KOZ quick cut. I'm Yahcob, and I will see you next time. Peace.